Hey guys, welcome back to my next art book preview video. Super excited about this one. This just arrived in the post. Let me get this open so that I can show you this on camera. Okay, so this is for the art of Martin Abel. This was a Kickstarter project and I got a few different things here. This is book 1 of Wonderings. We're not going to look at that one today. This one is book 2. This was the latest Kickstarter that we're going to be looking at. And I also got Nightmares and Visions as an add-on book, hardback version. So we'll maybe take a look at those other two in a different video, but for this one, let's look at the latest Kickstarter, Wonderings Volume 2. You can see that for backing this, I did get a little thank you for your support note. Pretty cool. Let me get this open. So this came with a print as well. Unfortunately, it does look like mine has got a little bit beat up and damaged in transit. It's a shame because it's a really nice print, double-sided. And before we take a proper look at the cover, it looks like we got a few other goodies inside this. So these were all hand-drawn by Martin. I think he did these for every single person that backed the Kickstarter project. So that must have taken him quite a long time. As well as that, there's a bunch of stickers in here. Hopefully you can see these clearly on camera. They're actually really nice. And last of all, it came with a bookmark, and this is a really good quality print on it. Really nice illustrations as well. There's Martin's business card, by the way. I will put all his social media links in the description box below, but there you go. Whenever I get a book in that's got like this kind of stamp or sticker in, I always think it looks really premium. Anyway, this is the fantasy art of Martin J Abel Wonderings Volume 2. This is a paperback. This one is a little bit thicker than Volume 1. Quick look at the back. Hopefully my lighting is okay for this. And I'll just show you quickly. This is Volume 1. The thickness, I do have 2 copies of Volume 1 here, and you can see that Volume 2 is almost as thick as 2 copies, so basically it's double the size of Volume 1, roughly speaking. The holographic effect, or the mirror text on it, is actually a really nice effect as well. Anyway, let's get into this. So this book is absolutely jam-packed with work from, traditional pencil work to black and white inking and fully coloured rendered digitals, markers. It's all in here, no space is being wasted. I've been after Volume 1 for a while, but because Martin is based in Australia and I'm in the UK, I was waiting till this book was released so that I could get a lot of them bundled together whilst I'm paying for shipping. I'm a big fan of Martin's work. I love his art style. It's actually one of the things that got me away from super realistic into more of a cartoony style. And you can see this one here. This is actually one that I think features in a 3D Total book. So again, if you're familiar with a lot of 3D Total books, you probably will recognise some of Martin's work. I'll show some of those in a second, actually, because he does feature in a lot of their books. These are really nice and colourful. I think that a lot of these designs are from something called Summoner's War, which I think is a game. I'm guessing it's not a video game, but maybe a board game, but don't quote me on that. I've seen some of his work for the Summoner's War game on his website and I always think it's absolutely awesome. So this book is going to contain, some of his actual professional work and I believe a lot of commissions and things like that. And although this only just arrived, I've already seen it because when I backed this on Kickstarter, it came with the PDF versions or digital ebook versions. I can't remember if I paid extra for those or whether it was included. So if you want a copy of this book, I'll link to Martin's website and his socials and stuff like that. You can buy physical copies, and as mentioned, there are also digital copies. And whilst on the topic of digital sketchbooks and art books, Martin also has digital copies of his small sketchbooks that he used to release monthly on Patreon. So again, check all those things out. And just quickly, whilst we mentioned the 3D Total books, I do have a video on this one, but this beginner's guide to fantasy drawing, obviously it's a beginner's guide, really nice book. I bought that purely because it had Martin's work in it, so I'll put links to that below. And also this one, Character Design Collection Heroines by 3D Total Publishing, but you might recognise as soon as I open this, let's see if I can put this on camera, one of Martin's designs there. And the first section of this book is Martin's work. So this is the image that I pointed out in his newer art book earlier. So yeah, check those out. So we can see we've got some more Summoner Wars artwork here as well. I'm not showing every page, by the way. I'm just flicking through it. Obviously, show your support for the artist if you like this book by buying the book. And I will also link to Martin's YouTube channel because he has a lot of really inspiring videos, a lot of sketchbook tour videos, some live streams, all sorts of things like that, and he has brushes available to buy. So yeah, all that good stuff I'll put below. And Martin is definitely, for me, one of the most inspiring artists. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, As soon as I saw Martin's work, I just found it really, really inspiring. Really makes me want to draw, and I really like the sort of the topics he draws. So I know you could argue, well, that's just fantasy, but it's always the kind of fantasy that reminds me of like, I don't know if any of you guys played the old Fable video games, but I always really liked the art style, the sort of exaggerated style, and also the designs of the trolls, fairies, fantasy things. So for me, it really appealed to me, it really stood out to me. I haven't flattened this book out fully because it is brand new, I don't want to damage it, but hopefully you can still see it well enough on camera. And you can see he's got a lot of renditions of other characters as well, like Power Girl. I think this is Abby Chase, Harley Quinn. But yeah, there's still quite a lot of pages to show, but I think I've shown more than enough. How awesome is that? But anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and means I can keep making content like this. Thanks for watching, everyone.